Hello, warriors. Welcome to the You Movement. I am B, and today we have props. I love my props. I wanted to talk a little bit about trauma. I did some writing over on Facebook, and I think I posted it here on YouTube as well. But the whole concept of, moving on, getting over it, is in the past. So let's look at how trauma actually works. We're conceived. I'm going to start at conception. And so we have the essence of life given to us. We've got two different individuals here. Okay. This individual here, this pregnancy was a desirable pregnancy. This pregnancy was wanted, planned for. This pregnancy over here wasn't. So even before we're born, we've got some issues. We've got some struggles. We've got some fear. That's not really helping the situation much. Both of these situations come from families with different backgrounds, although both have a little bit of generational trauma. So we'll give each of these a little bit of generational trauma. Okay? Maybe this one has just a little bit more. Then the baby is born. This baby, unfortunately, it was a difficult childbirth. The parent didn't have the support networks around to support them in their early stage of pregnancy, and so it became fraught with difficulties. Within these environments that the child was born into, there was missing resources. So financially, perhaps things weren't very stable. Maybe that was an unplanned pregnancy because it was a teenage pregnancy, and now they're left to fend for themselves without much support, without a network. As time goes on, frustrations, money problems, generational trauma that has prevented the parent from developing to their full capacity results in a lot of neglect, difficulties coping, perhaps some addiction. Perhaps some abuse, emotional, mental, physical, sexual. Any number of abuses can occur in this type of environment. They're lacking the support that they need. But, as time goes on, there's others, aren't there? There's other people in the family that might give a little bit of love and support. Maybe a grandparent. Maybe they don't have a lot of family. Maybe they have a lot more family. Maybe in the school system, this child starts acting out because they're experiencing so much emotional difficulties. And so within the school system, they get labeled, they get stigmatized, they get bullied. In the school system, they're supported. Their grades are getting better and better, and they're thriving. As this child grows up and starts to develop their own maladaptive coping strategies, they start masking, trying to fit in. They start trying to prevent themselves from showing up in any way, shape, or form that's going to ridicule them further, experience rage, experience any of the things that they routinely experience at home. Maybe there's a good teacher in the mix. So a good teacher comes along and gives them a little bit of a something. And that's fantastic. Maybe they're actually isolated because they don't have a lot of others in their community. Triangulation has occurred because of narcissistic abuse. So limited influences in a positive way that can dilute the situation and make it a better environment for them to grow. So now they grow up, they start dating. They have good experiences. Socializing has become exceptionally difficult for this individual. This individual hasn't learned the proper coping skills for dealing with people. Maybe they have at this stage recognized the fact that they're on the spectrum. Maybe they've got complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Maybe they're suffering from extreme anxiety and or depression. The situation continues in the romantic field, and all of a sudden they have situations where they're being taken advantage of, manipulated, and worse. And so we have two individuals that have grown up in completely different environments, and now the medical system says, you're doing great. You know, you've got one or two issues. It's okay. I'm going to support you and help clear some of those out for you. We're going to dilute that even more by being supported in workplaces, by being supported. There's no stigma attached with, you know, your mild quirks. It's amusing. You're getting away with your social drinking and perhaps the odd cigarette just for fun, where these addictive behaviors have become more obvious, more noticeable. You get in trouble at work. Maybe you're taking too many breaks. You lose your work, maybe because you're struggling with your anxiety. The situation keeps getting worse and worse. And then the medical system diagnoses you. You've got bipolar disorder. You've got depression disorder. You've got anxiety disorder. You've got agoraphobia. You've got this, you've got that. Let's just load that in there. Okay? And then you go out into society, and society says, get over it. It was the past. No amount of time in the world is going to rectify this situation. You can leave these glasses sitting for the next 2 years. Aside from a little bit of moisture reducing in the glass, the density that is this, you cannot see. You cannot see through that. You can see through this. So how do you heal this? How do you heal this situation? Well, the only way is to continually be in a situation where you're diluting it more and more and more, giving more love, more compassion, more forgiveness, more understanding. And that takes time. And there's a spillover as that happens, as it takes time. But eventually, through counseling, through care, through love, you see, it dilutes more and more and more and more and more and more. It's never completely gone. There's still a hint of yellow in that glass. But it's full, it's coping, it's thriving. Where is the love? Where is the understanding? Where is the compassion? Unless we start giving it to ourselves and filling ourselves up and understanding to make this clear again, it is going to be a process. And unless we stop stigmatizing what trauma is and start understanding how to heal and cope and deal with this, we're going to be continuing to spread this to others. Healed people can heal people. Hurt people can hurt people. But either way, it's a choice.